Hey Jelly Beans, this is your girl Coco coming with you with a review for If Loving You Is Wrong, Season 2, Episode 4, and it's called Who Knew? First, we continue from last week where Alex Alex was running out the door to go stop Brad and Randall from fighting. Shots was fired, they were still firing, she jumps on them, knocks them loose. Next thing you know, Brad got the upper hand. He's pointing the gun down at Randall. She pushes the gun away just in time, and he gets off the last two shots. So now the gun is empty. Next thing you know, Brad is coming out the front door, and who do you see? The nosy neighbor. What's her name? Miss Pullman, or something like that. But he goes right back in the house. Then it goes back to the scene where you see Randall trying to comfort Alex in the backyard. She tells him to leave her alone. She don't need you. What you doing, baby? That's my cat, child. And she tells him stay away from her. I don't need you. He looking all distraught like it was never said to him before. So the neighbor is asking Brad, do you want me to call the police? Is you alright? So he goes back in the house. So she takes it upon herself to call the popo anyway. And guess who answers the call? It's Esperanza. Esperanza is asking, who is this? What address you talking about? She said, the neighbor is telling her I think they're going to kill each other. She said, who are you talking about? So she says, Brad and Randall. And she says, oh, it was shots fired. So from then on, she sends the police out there. So Esperanza is packing up her stuff. So she tells the lady that she working with that she gets to go. The lady was like, what are you talking about? You can't just go over there. You got to let the police go there first. Don't get there before the police. You can't just go over there. But Esperanza don't care. I don't know what kind of jobs these people got, but in our world, we will be fired. You know what I mean? So Esperanza gets off, and she calls what her name is, Natalie, at work. Natalie at the Burger Shack, serving up something. So Natalie answers the phone, and she says, you need to get over to Alex's house right now. She was like, what is going on? So she tells her, it was shots fired. So from then on, Natalie, she was rushing to go right then. She asked to borrow homegirl's car. So she was like, yeah. So she got the bucket up out of there. Next thing you know, the police show up back at Alex in them house. And Eddie and Lucius, they the last ones. Whoop, whoop. You know how they pull up like that. And Eddie goes and tells the other officers that, he can handle it. He know these people. He got it. And this and that. The officer that was there was trying to tell him, no, man, whatever. It's shots fired. Eddie was like, I can handle this. I got this. You know what I mean? So, dude that was already there told everybody, Eddie got this. Let's go. So, they all leave. So, it's just him and Lucius. He tell Lucius to check the back. To me, I thought they was going to go around the back. But they still came in the front. I guess. They get in there. Alex is sitting on the couch. And not Lucius, Jesus. Brad, what is you looking at, cat? Don't be looking at me like that. Eddie asked her, where is he at? She said he's upstairs. So Lucius stays down there with her, and Eddie goes upstairs to find Brad. He talking to Brad. He asked him what happened, and he's like, man, give me that gun. He give him the gun. So Eddie automatically thinks that Brad shot and killed this man. Shot and killed him, because basically that's what he gave him the gun for. But he didn't kill him. He just kept on talking about, where's the body? I'll help you bury it, this and that, whatever he was trying to do. He got the gun, was wiping it off and everything. So Brad tells him he's okay. He was like, what do you mean he's okay? He said he's okay. So he took that as he wounded him. So he's just going to make him suffer for a little while. He's just going to go back and, do some more stuff. No, he's okay, he said. He didn't hurt him. He was like, what? He said, you want me to do it? I'll go shoot him. But he got the gun, he wiped it off, put it in his pocket. Then while he talking to him, he said he'll handle it, he'll take care of it. You ain't got to worry about it. Here come Lucius and what her name is? Alex. They coming up the stairs, they come in on the ass end of the conversation when Eddie was telling him that he'll take care of. So Alex, you know, she said take care of what? And he told her this shit that you started. She was just looking at him like, whatever. He said, so what happened? She looked at him like, boy, you know what happened. They got in a fight. They get in a fight. So, what happened next? She tries to hand Brad the ice. Brad takes the ice and throw it in the back. He tries to tell her to stay away from his friend, like he ain't a grown man or whatever. Then all of a sudden Eddie tells Lucius to go check on the perp next door. He said Lucius said perp. He said, yeah man, what did I say? So he goes to check on them while they still upstairs or whatever. He goes to check on Randall. He asking Randall what happened. You know, Randall start crying about his daddy boat. Talking about, look what he did now and it's all destroyed and he done kicked in my door. Because at first he didn't want to answer him. He was like, man, it's going to be your word against his. So you got to let me know what's going on. So he tells him, and then after a while he says, you know, we got to go outside so we can talk to my partner. So Randall was like, who? Bitch ass Eddie or whatever. He's like, man, don't make this no harder than it has to be. Let's go outside. So they standing outside. And they looking next door. So next thing you know, Eddie and Brad come outside. So before they go over there, my fault, y'all. I was looking at the preview of the next one. Eddie tells Brad that this is his gun. You say this is his gun, and what exactly did? He tries to make it clear that this is his gun. It's not your gun. He came at you with this gun. So they walk over there and Eddie walks up to Randall. He throws him the gun. He says heads up. So automatically, you know, you're going to put up something. So Randall puts up his hands and he catches the gun. So Lucius was like, Eddie, he was like, what I tell you? I mean, just like, he's somebody's daddy. You know what I mean? And he asked him, is this your gun? Randall says, hell no. This ain't my gun. Eddie was like, stop lying. He was like, turn around. You under arrest. He said, I didn't do anything. This is not my gun. He said, you gonna resist me? You gonna resist me? Turn around. You under arrest. He was like, I'm not going to jail. He said, go ahead, resist me. Please resist me in front of all these people. Please resist me. Give me a reason. Just give me a reason. Resist me. So Lucius is like, Eddie, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But you know Eddie, he not listening. So finally, Randall turns around, let him put the cuffs on him and everything. So Alex takes it upon herself to say he's not resisting. He said, man, shut up. Get your bitch ass back in the house. This is Eddie talking to Alex. She said, you will not talk to me like that. So Lucius says, Alex, calm down. So they get in the car, they drive off. Alex was like, well, he's not resisting before that. You know what I mean? Trying to put a little 2 cents in. Her husband still on the porch looking like, how you going to take up for this man? How are you saying anything about what's happening to him? You know what I mean? So, next scene is Natalie and Esperanza as they're trying to comfort Alex and see if she's okay. What happened? She says they were fighting. Next thing you know, here come Brad. He comes down the stairs talking about, you know, they was fighting because of whoop-de-whoop, and you should see the other guy. And Brad was basically okay, which I don't understand. Like I said from the last time, he been busting up that boat all night. Now all of a sudden the boat is like really busted, but before it wasn't. He was supposed to be tired from busting it up all night, but he still had energy to fight this fool. Okay, whatever. So next thing you know, Brad, he's getting a drink. I think it was some vodka or something. About the cabinet or whatever. Had to take him a drink. He in front of the girls, you know, Madeline or whatever. He asked him, so which one of y'all knew? They looking like knew what? He said that she was sleeping with homeboy next door. And they said we didn't know nothing about that. So Brad says, he says, so I guess we all fools then. Like he ain't the only fool. Y'all some fools too, because she didn't tell y'all what's going on. What the dilly yo. You know what I mean? So Brad, you know, all of a sudden tells them that he got arrested. Natalie and Esperanza try to calm him down because he was getting hyped. I'm trying to tell you, like, you know, and then next thing you know, Esperanza say, you should forgive her. She, however long she's been doing this for about a year or whatever. So he catches on to that. Like, what are you talking about, a year? She tries to say, no, I was just thinking about my own stuff. I don't even know how long I just said that. I don't even know why I said that. And he was hollering. He was about to go off. Do you hear me? So they trying to convince Brad to forgive her, that we know you love her, she loves you, we know this, we know that, or whatever. So he tells them all the stuff that she done told him, that she prefers to be with the neighbor, that she loves it with him, and she gave him D's and F's while she gave the neighbor triple A's and stuff. They said she wouldn't do that or whatever, but basically she did do that because he asked. She wouldn't have just said that, but he asked. You see what I'm saying? He wanted to be nosy in that little calendar or whatever. So that's why he said that. He kept on saying, well, I want her to leave. She said, I'm not leaving. He said, you're going to leave. I want you to leave. She said, I'm not leaving. So he's like, okay, you ain't leaving? She says, no. So they steady trying to convince him, like, you know what I mean? Like she ain't did nothing wrong, like they almost condoning. I ain't gonna say they really condoning, but they just trying to, you know, sugarcoat everything, like whatever. So he was like that he's leaving. They steady trying to tell him stop and think about the kids, and you know what I mean, y'all need to put this together for them, and we know y'all love each other, yada yada yada. So next thing you know, Brad was like, okay, well, I'm leaving. I mean, basically, why y'all keep going over and over in it? I'm leaving. She won't leave. I'ma leave. End of that one. So he leaves out the front door. Alex tries to stop him. She start crying and talking about, please don't leave. He won't come back. He's not going to come back. And they trying to tell him, yes, he will. This and that or whatever. End of that one. So next thing you know, the next scene is in the cop car. Lucius and Eddie and Randall, they make a stop. Lucius is asking him, why is he stopping and what's going on and stuff like that. And so they jump out the car. They pull Randall out the car. So Randall is like, Lucius, what's going on? You gonna let him do this? What's going on? I don't. Why are y'all doing this? So he said, he asked him, why you gonna let him do this? Like Lucius can do something. He's a rookie. You know what I mean? He ain't want to overstep his bounds because he listened to this fool. But he already know how this fool is. So next thing you know, he steals off on Randall. He steals off on him again. He two-pieced him. He two-pieced him. Then next thing you know, he says, is that what you do? That's what you did? Made her get down on her knees for you? You made her get down on her knees for you? Well, you can get down on your knees for me, too. So he gets down on his knees, and he hits him. So Randall tells him, you better be glad I'm in these cuffs. So he was like, oh, I better be glad you in these cuffs. So he takes him off the cuffs. He's like, well, come on, hit me then. He steals off on him. Next thing you know how punks do. Eddie pulls out the whip, you know, the gun or whatever, points at him. Next thing you know, Lucius came out with his gun and pulls it on Eddie. Like, what you want to do? You shoot him, I shoot you. That's just how it is, because it was wrong what he was doing in the first place. But he felt like he didn't have no place to, you know what I mean, no place to even say anything because he was a rookie. But he got to make a stand for this one. So he pulls out his gun and he tells Eddie to drop it. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, Eddie turns around, grabs a gun, tell him to do it. Go ahead and pull the trigger with your bitch ass or whatever. He's like, you'll just be doing me a favor. I don't want to be living in this world anyway. Pull the trigger. So next thing you know, Lucius tells Randall, I want you to turn around and I want you to go. That's all you had to say, baby. Because Randall was gone. Do you hear me? So somehow, you know, Eddie turns around and he starts shooting at Randall. He misses him. Thank the Lord. Next thing you know, Lucius and Eddie is in a scuffle. He got him up against the car. He about to choke that nigga. I would have choked Randall. Eddie. I would have choked the life out of his ass. I might have just accidentally shot him. But, you know, they got to talking and Eddie turns around and Lucius tells him that he gonna tell the captain when he get back that he need a new partner, but he said it with some might. He said it with that, you know, that yang on me. So Eddie starts laughing, y'all. He started laughing like, I knew I liked you for a reason. He said, man, what you think this is funny? He said, man, this ain't funny. He said, what did he say? He said, you could have killed him. Basically, Eddie was like, that was the plan, but, you know, then he's like, I wasn't going to kill him, man. I just wanted to put the fear of God in him because he was sleeping with my best friend's wife or whatever. But Lucius was like, you know what that man does for a living? He was like, he's some bitch-ass doctor. He said, yeah, some bitch-ass doctor that, you know, testifies in criminal cases. He knows all kinds of lawyers or whatever that's worth their weight, baby. Do you hear me? And I mean in every country too. You know what I mean? All over, different kinds, different cities, everywhere, overseas, over there. You know what I mean? Boy, that shit scared the shit out of me. So Eddie starts to tell him, so what? He gonna need a witness. So Lucius tells him, what makes you think he ain't already got one? Because basically you looking at the witness right now. After the shit I done seen you do, yeah, I would testify against you. And I wish you would come at me with some stuff. I'm coming at you with some thunder. Do you hear me? Then he said, Lucius gets to telling him, you think I'm scared of you, man? You think I'm afraid of you? The only reason why I tolerate you is because I need this job. Other than that, it would be forget you and forget this job. I'm not scared of you. So they get in the car, they leave. We get to a scene where Marcy is showing a couple. I think she was showing them her mama's house or whatever. And it was a white girl and a black man. So she said they was all happy and, you know, loving, and, you know, she was pregnant. You know what I mean? They was ready to do the damn thing as a family. She missed what she wished she would have had. So you can already tell that she was getting ready to start breaking down, because she was dead mouth almost the whole time. She didn't want to answer no questions, nothing, because she was like jealous of what they had. So they go in, and they said they wanted to see something. Before they go in, they said they want to put an offering on the house, and they want to offer $900,000 instead of 99 something or whatever. And she was like, well, the house has sentimental value or whatever. The couple got married here and they had their children here. And they was like, oh, really, we want to have our children here. Okay, they want to go see something in the house. They gonna put that offering. They go in the house. Marcy gets to breaking down and crying and stuff like that, looking all retarded and shit. So she calls her mammy and left a voicemail, I guess. Alex calls Kelly and tells Kelly she gonna come and get the kids. And Alex tells Kelly what happened between Brad and Randall. They got to fighting, shots fired. They try to kill each other and this and that. And while she on the phone with Alex, because Alex can't believe where she's at and how did it get this way, and Kelly telling her she was vulnerable and this and that, like it was okay, and it's not, because Kelly already know it didn't happen to her and she don't like it. But she trying to comfort her friend. So while she on the phone with Alex and Kelly is on the phone together, Kelly's getting another call on the other end. Who is it? It's Marcy. She's breaking down. She need her. She can't take it. She can't handle it. So Kelly gets off the phone and she rushes to go get the kids. They mac out to go help her. So the couple comes out and finds Marcy, you know, crying and stuff. They ask her what she's okay. Then she get back with the seller, whatever. She said no, but as soon as she do, she's gonna call. She said, "Are you okay?" She says, "You're not okay." She said, "I'm okay." She's gonna call, let them know. So dude was like, "Let us know." So they leave. In comes Kelly after Marcy done screamed about 15 times and barely knocked over the little table, whatever. She's hollering to the high heavens. You know, she can't take it no more. Her heart is hurt. Oh my God, Becky. So Kelly comes in and tells her she's going to be okay. I promise you, you're going to be okay in the long run, boo. It's not going to happen overnight. And she was like, her and Randall used to be happy. They bought a house together. They thought they was going to start a family. He used to make love to her all night and tell her he loved her. This is all the things she keep remembering. And she just can't take it anymore. You know, those type of people that need a pill or go see a doctor or somebody like he is. And she'll be okay. So Kelly comforted her. You're going to be okay. I promise you. I got you. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, we get to the scene where Randall, he fixed it on the house. He's screwing in screws and everything. Next thing you know, he back there with the boat, picking up the little pieces and stuff like that. Because you already know he was crying about that boat. And he commences to call next up to see if Alex was okay. And she want to talk. Say, I love you, boo. So he calls her again. I guess it was her again. And he calls her again. And she answers the phone. Homegirl throws down the phone. She come out the back door. Tells him, leave me alone. I don't need you. I hate you. You're going to make me lose my husband. It's all your fault. This and that. It's all your fault. Y'all tell me, did she not give up the poo-poo? She gave up the poo-poo, right? And then she kept going over there herself. Initiating stuff, right? Oh, but it's all his fault. The next thing you know, she tries to tell him, you know, stay away from me. Don't you never call my phone again. I hate you. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? She turns around right Marcy in her face. Marcy should have yeeted that bitch right there. But that's what I got, y'all. If Loving You Is Wrong, Season 2, Episode 4. What this called? Who Knew, baby?